Now I might catch some heat for this video. Today's video we're going to talk about Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. Now I was waiting for a very long time for this game to drop and come out, and I finally got my hands on it and I have quite some things to say. So I guess we can treat this video as somewhat as a semi-review, and first and foremost I want to start off by saying I love the game's classic 90s styles anime opening. I really think more fighting games should follow suit because this brought me a sense of nostalgia, a wave of nostalgia. Just watching this beautiful animation took me back to the Street Fighter 1993, 1994 animation days. So I really enjoyed the game's presentation when it came to that front. Maybe it's just me, but when it comes to the menus, the character selection screen, the different modes, I do not like the way that this game is laid out. I get that it's been years since the last Fatal Fury, but this design is a little bit too archaic, a little bit too limited for my style compared to what you see out here in fighting games now. Even from the character selection screen, it just all feels very basic, and I don't know, for me, I don't know if that's acceptable in 2025, but perhaps that is just the style of the Fatal Fury games. Disclaimer, I have not really played that many of them, so I'm kind of going into this without the nostalgia, so correct me if I'm wrong. So I jumped into the game's World Tour mode of sorts, and it's definitely no Street Fighter 6. It reminded me more of a mobile point and click style game. Yes, like a budget World Tour, if you will. Now, I'm not trying to hold every game to the standard of Street Fighter 6, but this in comparison for me was just a little bit too boring and once again basic. The theme of this game so far has just been basic to me. There's nothing really exciting, there's nothing really extraordinary, and in fact I had so much more fun with both of the King of Fighter games. King of Fighter 14 and King of Fighter 15 have given me a more pleasurable experience in this game thus far. But let's continue on to the gameplay. So this is where a lot of you guys are going to tell me to get good, because even on the normal difficulty with the tutorials, I just had a hard time understanding this game. Even from the second that I first played the beta, I just didn't exactly know what was going on here. Perhaps that's my own ignorance, but I don't even want to learn what's going on here. If the game could not capture my attention from those first couple of plays and those first couple of matches, to me, it just feels like King of Fighters Light. It just feels like a lesser Street Fighter. I can't help myself but to continue to compare this game to other games. Now, I will say, visually, graphically, I love the way this game looked, so it made me want to continue to play it, but I just could not get into this title as it is right now. Maybe it's the pacing, maybe it's the mechanics, everything just feels slow to me, it feels clunky, or maybe I just suck. I don't know what it is, but I'm just not feeling it. So I thought maybe it's the character I'm using. I'm seeing everybody go crazy over Salvatore Ganacci. Alright, before this guy came out, there was a lot of controversy about his inclusion along with Ronaldo. And I finally got my hands on this character, and I just want to make a disclaimer here in the video that's probably going to turn a lot of people off. This glazing and this apparent FGC overturn of Ganacci is laughable at best. It shows me that the FGC is always willing to follow any trend that these developers want to inject in these games and make these developers go without any sort of repercussion. Now, Ganacci may be true to the character, he may be true to his origins, but this does not change the fact that this game was used as a vehicle for other parties' interest, when at the end of the day, it's about appeasing to this core, sometimes even casual fighting game fan base. I'm really more nervous about the direction rather than Ganacci's inclusion, okay? And I know some of you guys are going to know what I'm talking about here. If we go down this path of trying to create the most noise, the most marketing noise, the most propaganda for these fighting games, this is a quick, sure, quick fire way to eventually lose your identity and lose part of what makes you you. I don't want these games to lose their identity from including like real life celebrities and things of that nature. To me, it bogs down the essence of what these games are supposed to be. And no one can deny that there were outside sources that definitely affected these characters' inclusion. Now, I'm not going to sit here and let this narrative, like one person speaks for the entire FGC or fighting game lover community. I still don't like Ganocchi's inclusion. I still think it's extremely overrated, and even if he was implemented correctly, the precedent that it's set is very dangerous. It's a very slippery slope. So before you let everyone tell you on the internet that everyone loves this character and this is the best character in fighting game history, I'm not buying the Kool-Aid. I'm not sipping the Kool-Aid. It's about standing on something. And for me, this character's inclusion, if he was alone, fine, but having him and Ronaldo in this game still bogs down this game for me. This is not blind hating. This is me keeping it real. So if the FGC can apparently make this 180 turn on this character, then that means that I can stay steadfast to my truth and my morals. And when it comes to this character is just not all of that. It's not about selling out. And you know, I feel like while he may be a genuine inclusion, it should have been done in a different way. It should have been done in a different manner. And maybe that's why I just can't really get into this game, because the product just doesn't feel sincere to me. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think down in the comment section below. But I had the same energy before he came out, and I'm keeping the same energy right now. The FGC has to learn to outgrow following the leader. It's about developing your own critical thought process and how you feel about a game, and not just fitting in just to appease everyone else's opinions because it's quote unquote hype. We got to do better, FGC. And I think it says a lot when the best character, or the only character that everyone is talking about in a game that features Terry, Mai, and Rock, is a celebrity guest character. Maybe that speaks to the personality or lack thereof of Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, when a celebrity character is the standout character. So yeah, that's about wrapping up my rant on that front. I'm probably going to get tore up for this video. I am ready for the dislikes to pour in, but it's time that people start telling the truth about how they genuinely feel. Am I saying this is a terrible game? No. But if I had to rate it, I would give it about a 6 out of 10 when it comes to my fighting game metric, okay? There's just not really much here that's exciting me about this game. I played it for 30 minutes, 2 hours, and I just was ready to be done with it, man. There's really nothing here drawing me back. Not when I feel like I could go play KOF 15 or go play Street Fighter 6, or heck, maybe even reinstall Tekken 8 someday. This game just doesn't do enough to stand out, especially with the state of fighting games right now. But I am open for all criticism and critique. Let me have it down in the comment section below, or if you agree with me, let me know down in the comment section below. This is not blind hating. I think the game is beautiful. I love the classic presentation when it comes to the opening, but the rest, the meat of the game, there's just nothing in here that's appeasing my appetite, and that's okay. Every new fighting game doesn't have to be the greatest thing in the world, guys. And some of you may be thinking, oh, he's just hating, he's just trying to get some views. But listen, man, I was genuinely excited for this game, but there's just nothing really attracting me to it. The FGC as a whole right now is in kind of a rut right now. We need some new, fresh energy, some Marvel energy. Some Marvel versus Capcom energy. No, let me stop hating. But yeah, you guys let me know what you thought of this video. Thank you for supporting the channel. Love y'all, appreciate y'all. Y'all know I'm gonna keep it real. I'm not just gonna be a FGC follower just because everybody says it's cool. I'm not really feeling this game, and that's okay. I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.